What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am super excited today because I have some brand new camo to review for you guys. Can I help you?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm just admiring my buck. I just got him back from the taxidermist last week and I think he looks really good. Kind of balances out the scene, wouldn't you agree?
I'm shooting a video right now.
You're shooting a video right now?
Right now.
Well, at least tell him to subscribe to your channel.
I will.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. All right.
Get
but
out
I'm
of
coming
here.
back though. All right.
No, don't come
I'm
back.
gone.
Go. All joking aside, it does help me out tremendously if you guys subscribe to my channel and like this video. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that these videos are worth sharing and it promotes them in front of more people. If you guys have followed me for any amount of time, you know that when it comes to camo, I'm a Sitka Gear faithful. While I still believe Sitka Gear to be #1 in the industry, top of the line, I am always on the lookout for companies and products that are a great bang for your buck, not only to share for you guys, but also for my own benefit. Now, when somebody from Huntworth reached out and asked if I wanted to try some of their camo, I gratefully accepted the invitation. But let me be clear right now, I am not being paid by Huntworth. I am not sponsored by Huntworth. They just asked me to do an honest review of their gear. Now, my honest initial impressions of Huntworth before I actually got the camo in hand is that it's just a cheaper version of Sitka Gear, kind of a knockoff, even down to the similar pattern to the Optifade 2. I wasn't super sure what to think about it, but I wanted to see for myself. If you're unfamiliar with Huntworth, they were created in 2001 with one goal in mind, and that goal is to make quality hunting clothing and accessories with all the latest technical features for the passionate hunter at a price point they can actually afford, solving one of the biggest problems with camo right now. So in a minute here, I'll talk about the different pieces that I was sent and that I actually tested out, but I ran this stuff all spring turkey hunting. I was crawling on my hands and knees, I was belly crawling through fields, running all over chasing these birds, getting my butt kicked as I do every year. But overall, I was very impressed with the durability, the functionality, and just the overall fit of this stuff. And honestly, it's very comparable to Sitka Gear. Although I'm gonna continue rocking with my Sitka stuff, this stuff is nice. It's quality, it's honestly pretty damn cool, and I priced out, if I got the same exact setup in Sitka Gear, you'd be paying about 2 times as much. So Huntworth, again, accomplished their goal. They're putting out good quality gear with all the technical features of a lot of these big companies at a price point that more hunters can afford. So now let's talk about some of the actual pieces. We'll start with the base layer, and this is their mid-weight base layer. I'm just gonna hike up a pant leg there. You gotta pay extra to see the full show. But it's extremely tight, very form-fitting, but it's breathable, it's polyester, so it has that moisture wicking ability to pull the moisture away from your body, keep you warm. And even in early spring when I was out turkey hunting in northern Michigan, right after snow melt, I was just wearing these base layers and then these thin pants that I'll talk about in a second. And I was plenty warm and overall was very happy with them. I actually used these in my main system throughout the rest of the deer season, and I'll probably continue to run these base layers. So next we have this quarter zip. It's kind of this dry fit material, stretchy mesh almost, but really nice, really well built, and it'd be an awesome early season layer for like an October 1 bow opener. I mean, I could definitely see rocking this. I was using it during turkey season. I was running a layer underneath this, then this quarter zip, and then the jacket that I'll talk about in a second. And I don't think these are necessarily designed to be cold weather gear. They're not. But just like anything, if you build a system, you can incorporate different parts in order to accommodate the setting, the environment that you're in, the type of hunting you're doing. So in my case, I was very active. I was turkey hunting, running around, chasing turkeys, and this system worked extremely well for me. So these are their lightweight pants, their early season pants. It's a 4-way stretch material, which is really nice. So when you're moving, it just moves with you. It's not rigid, it doesn't constrict you. And then it's got these reinforced knees and then reinforced butt, and it's waterproof. So in my instance, I was turkey hunting, so when I was sitting on this, my butt wasn't getting wet. When I was on my hands and knees crawling around trying to sneak up on them, I wasn't wearing holes in the knees. They look brand new basically, and I was really putting them through the ringer. So it's a good value, very durable, and just a good tactical pant. Again, that 4-way stretch makes a big difference. So when you're squatting, kneeling, moving around, even if you're just sitting in a tree stand, it makes a huge difference to have that little bit of stretch instead of being constricted in your movements. And I would say this pant, if you are comparing to Sitka Gear, it's probably somewhere in between the early season whitetail pant and the Equinox pant, probably on the lighter end of that spectrum. Hopefully you can see, but you got your normal pockets on each side. They're deep pockets, so if you did put something in there, it's not gonna fall out. And then on each side, there's also these zippered cargo pockets if you need to put additional stuff in there. And then you got
back pockets if you really need. I don't really use those because I don't want to be sitting on anything. And then in the quarter zip, you have this chest pocket. It's actually a pretty big pocket. So if you wanted to stick a grunt call in there, your diaphragm call, your release, whatever it is, if you need something, keep it safe, you can put it in that chest pocket right there. Always have it just one grab away, have it readily available. They also gave me this neck gaiter and a hat. I'm very critical about gaiters because I like to wear them, but I hate not being able to breathe. And I think this is the most lightweight gaiter I've ever used. You can breathe right through it, but I just rocked it like this, turkey hunting. Basically like a face mask, covers you up, and then you can pull it down, get out of the way, eat your lunch, whatever. Put it back up, and again, it's super, super breathable. I was running around with this thing on, trying to get close to some turkey birds, and even being out of shape, I was breathing just fine through this thing. So getting to the main outer layer that they sent me, this is their mid-weight coat. If your tree stand hunter, has a passport here for your harness line, and then it's kind of got this waffle fleece interior. But I'll throw this on. I'll be sweating here in a minute. Again, it's got a nice big chest pocket here. If you want to put your grunt call in there so it doesn't freeze up, put your release in there. It's got side pockets. Now I would just put hand warmers in there and stick my hands in there if I got cold. And then it also has, and this is super underrated, it's cut so it's got a longer butt. So it's not creating separation between upper and lower layers and exposing your skin, making you cold. So again, this is their midway jacket, really nice. And then it does have, which I really enjoy, it's got elastic in the bottom. I like to tighten mine up. Eliminates some of the draft. Keeps your profile a little bit tighter. The only thing that I would wish is that the sleeves also either had like some elastic around the outside, because you can't, there's not really a way to tighten that, and I like to be able to cinch that down if possible. So that's my only complaint with the jacket. It does not have a hood, but I never wear a hood. I always rock one of these. Going back to my comment at the very beginning of the video, kind of comparing it, thinking it was just a cheaper version of Sitka gear. As far as being on the ground, I actually like this pattern more than the Optifade Elevated 2 for Sitka gear. If you're gonna be on the ground, I think this has more browns and tans in it and blends in a lot better than the Elevated Optifade 2. And it also works really good up in the tree stand. I mean, it kind of blends in with the sky. So I think it's a pretty good all-around camo pattern. And the last thing they sent me are these guys. And the gloves are honestly my favorite part of this whole getup, I think. They got, I don't know if you can see, but rubber lining on the outside, and then the backs are windproof. So the inside's grippy, the outside's windproof, and then it's got the, on the index finger and the thumb, the smart material, so it works with your phone. So I was using Onyx a lot, making sure I was heading the right direction, trying to pin down these birds, and I was able to use my gloves, keep my gloves on the whole time. But I mean, you can see, it'd be pretty easy to disappear wearing this stuff. The bottom line is I was super impressed with their gear. For the price point, the quality greatly outweighs the cost, and it's functional, it's tactical, it's well built. I think it would serve anybody well to go down this path, build a system around this, and then it doesn't matter what environment, what temperature, what type of hunting you're doing, you'd have all the pieces at an affordable price point to put it together and be really, really effective in the woods. That's it, guys. If you like content like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with somebody if you think it's worthwhile, but I'll see you guys next week.